I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my planetary overview for the week of September the 28th. Now, fortunately, this week is a little bit less activity going on, thankfully, because there's been so much going on in the star chart over the last few weeks. Last week, there was a lot of aspects, and of course, we're right in the middle of two eclipses. Well, the second eclipse, the lunar eclipse, was on the 27th, so depending on when you're watching this. And in the last few weeks, we've had Mars has moved to the next sign. Saturn has made his move, which is only every couple of years, so that's significant. And there's been a lot of different aspects, so it's really like if you feel your life is sort of like, wow, a little out of control, well, you can literally blame it on the moon or the stars, but let's keep in mind that when your life is a little out of control or a little messy, as my teacher John Mark Shaw says, and I love that term, when your life is sort of messy, and I think we can all relate to that at some time or another. But it does mean that things are changing, and although any change can be confronting or unsettling, for want of another word, it does move. It means that things are moving in our life, and one of the reasons why change is so unsettling is the uncertainty factor. So we really don't know what's going to come next, and if we've learnt to develop our intuition and a little bit, then it gives us that feeling that at least if we don't know, we can have some sort of faith and feeling within ourselves that everything is going to work out in the end. And I would encourage each and every one of you to have some quiet time every single day. I know it's not easy. I do meditate every single morning, sometimes longer than other mornings, but if you can get it into like an habit every day, I mean, perhaps meditation isn't for you, although I personally believe that's the best form of silence. But sometimes if you can just get by yourself and have a little walk in the morning, or if you're doing some exercise or walking, then just to sit quietly, even 5 minutes at the end of that, and just sit and have it to yourself and reflect on the day and tune inwards. And that's so very important, particularly when we've got so much chaos happening in the star chart. And next week, there's a lot of aspects happening again, okay? So this week is really a week to take stock. Mercury is still retrograde. It's the last week of Mercury retrograde. It will come out of retrograde on the 10th, so it's, the last couple of weeks, depending on when you're watching this, of course. And always when Mercury is retrograde, it's a time to plan, reflect, revise, and the Sun and Mercury are going to conjunct this week, be in the same sign at the same degree, and Mercury is retrograde, as I said, so it does weaken that aspect somewhat, but it still allows us to have that reflection time and to think, because let's not forget, Mercury is the planet of communication, and communication is not always about talking. Sometimes it's about listening, okay, and just sitting back and witnessing what's going around you rather than stepping in and getting so involved in it. So and it's not until we look back on our life that we can really see how events in our life, which have been so very upsetting at the time, have really been blessings. I certainly have a few of those. So keep that in mind and try to step outside and be a witness of what's going on, rather than be so involved and reactive, okay? Because to be reactive, it does serve you at sometimes, but it's, I guess, as a Capricorn, it's nice to sort of be a little bit more in control. And but like whatever's going on in your life right now, I would, as I said, send it out with a prayer that whatever's happening is the best for you, even though it may not seem like it, and ask the universe to lead you on the path that you're meant to be on, okay, and to open up your journey. And with the energy of Jupiter in Mercury over this next year, that really allows us to be visionary and idealistic, but at the same time realistic. And although these energies are opposite, they really do work well together in that sense. So that's something to keep in mind too. All right, love and luck to you. I'll go ahead now and do the individual reports, and I hope you have a great weekend, and see you next week. Bye for now.